What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So as you just seen in the intro there, we got the bed off the truck, and now it's time to recoat that frame, get our new gas tank and fuel pump in. I'm excited. I'm really excited because you guys know exactly what that means. This truck's almost done, and once we get this video done, we're going to be able to start this truck, see if it runs down the road. Hopefully that engine we got in there runs real well. Fingers crossed, guys. Let's hope it runs really good. So we got the bed right here. You can see how I got it off the truck. I needed a little bit of help because for some reason it was only picking up the front end of the bed. It wouldn't pick up the back. I think it's because my engine hoist doesn't extend out far enough. So it wants to swing back and hit right here. So I protected the tailgate with that rag there, but I didn't account for it wanting to sit down on the bottom of the engine hoist. So I might have some scratches on the roll pan to deal with when it's all said and done, but it is what it is, guys. I'll deal with it. It probably won't be that bad of a fix, but the main thing is we're gonna get this bed or this frame here completely sandblasted, or not sandblasted. I'm gonna power wash it, get it all cleaned up, coat it, and then we're gonna change out that gas tank and fuel pump, get this bad boy ready to drive down the road. So if you guys are new here, consider smashing that subscribe button because this truck's about to be on the street and it will be up for sale. Check it out, guys. I plasticed off the truck, plasticed off the bed, that way we don't get them all coated in the overspray when we go to recoat this frame. But I think the first thing I'm gonna do is get that gas tank out of there, and then we'll pressure wash this frame off and get it recoated. Since everything's already unhooked on this gas tank, I think all I need to do is unbolt these straps to hold it up. There's the bolt right here for the back strap, and then there's one on the front. I'm not exactly sure where it's at yet, but I'll have to crawl underneath the truck and get those done, and then we should be able to just drop this gas tank in. And I don't know if you guys can see down in there, but there's almost nothing in it, so it shouldn't be very heavy. So I'm gonna give me some tools, crawl under the truck, and we'll get this thing done. So with the bed off, I can actually just reach up under here, see if I can get this bolt out. Wow, that one came out pretty easy. That came out way easier than I thought. So now that I got one strap off, should be able to loosen up the other strap and just drop the gas tank right down. So on this side, you see this metal bracket right here. The gas tank is resting on that, and the strap goes around the other side and up over the top, and it comes back and bolts right here. So I'm gonna take this bolt off right here, or this nut off, I mean, and then the strap will come off over the top side of the gas tank. But I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna get the gas tank out, because it looks to me like you would have to drop the rear end of it and then pull it out the back, but I can't do that with the jack stand sitting there. So I may just have to jack the truck back up and move the jack stand out of the way. Or I can see if it'll come out of the top like this. We'll get it figured out once we take that strap off there. And I gotta pull these hoses off, which is no big deal, but yeah, let's just keep on getting it. Looks like we're gonna have to get a breaker bar on it, maybe. Let's try this. I don't know if I'm even doing anything here, you guys. Afraid I'm gonna break something. Feels like I'm just twisting the strap. I think we're about to break the strap. Put this back on and see what happens. Alright, we're gonna have to put some WD on it and wait a while. So I got the bolt soaked down with PB Blaster. We're gonna let that soak for a little while. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and get this whole frame pressure washed, and then while it's drying, we're gonna run down to the hardware store and get a T-fitting so that we can connect these two airbags straight in the center and then go right out the back to one airline instead of two like they have right now. Because with two different ones here, it makes it a pain in the butt to air the truck up. You have to air one side up at a time. Then we get the pressure washer pulled out. We'll just get this bad boy clean. So I'm just gonna take some warm soapy water and just soak this whole frame down and let it sit for a minute, and then we'll start spraying it down with the pressure washer. Go ahead and get everything covered. We want it all nice and clean under here. Up top here. All right, got the pressure washer hooked up. Ready to rock and roll. Dang, look at there. I know it don't look like much right now, guys, but it is coming clean, like clean. We're gonna be able to coat this thing with that rust neutralizer in no time. Well, I think that's about it for this, guys. We'll let that dry out. Run to the hardware store and grab that T-fitting I was talking about. And then when we get back, we should be able to coat this frame. So the hardware store didn't have any of the T-fittings that I need for these airlines. All they had were some T-fittings for like air compressor airlines. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these zip ties where they have the airlines mounted to right now. That way when I put the bed back on, we can get to these airlines a lot easier, because right now they go between the frame and the bed. And when the bed's back on, I really don't think that I'll be able to access them to redo the way they have it done. So I'm gonna run them underneath all of this stuff. This one here as well. I'll just leave those hanging loose for now though, because we're gonna go ahead, as you can see, the frame's nice and dry. So we're gonna get it coated with that rust neutralizer as much as we can, and then we'll get this bed put back on. I'm gonna let the air compressor build up pressure, and I'm gonna put air tool on that bolt over there. We can't get off, so I can drop that gas tank. But for now, since we're waiting on the air compressor as usual, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the rest of the frame with this right here. And once it dries, we're gonna paint it with our frame undercoat. As you can see, it doesn't even look like it does anything, but as it sets up, it gets darker and it starts to look like it's sort of black. Check it out, guys. Finally got the strap off. And as you can see, it's a little twisted out of shape there, but I got it off. It'll go back on a lot easier, hopefully. But now I can work on getting this gas tank out. I think it's going to be just, well, I can't take it out like I thought, because it goes up underneath the cab a little bit too. So, gotta figure out how this is going to work. I might have to do like I was talking and move that jack stand and take it down through the backside. Pretty sure I got to jack it up like I thought, so that's what's going to happen. So easy when there's no bed on it to see what's going on. Okay, get this jack stand out of the way. Hopefully we can pull that gas tank out of there. Oh man, is there something up front still? It seems like something's still holding it up. I don't know what the deal is here. There we go. Oh shoot, sorry guys. There we go. Well guys, it's getting a little bit late, so before we put that new gas tank in, I'm going to hit the whole frame with this undercoat, because as you can see, the rust neutralizer is all nice and dry. So let's coat this thing up real quick, try to get as much done before it gets dark. There you have it. Frame's undercoated. Now I just got to put the new gas tank in, get the fuel pump hooked up, all that good stuff, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. And like I said, I got to hurry because the sun's already down, and I don't want to push the truck in the garage and leave the bed out overnight, because then that means I have to take it off of there and put it on the ground. I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to hurry up and see if I can get this new gas tank in real fast. All right, guys, so the sun went down on me while I was trying to get this new fuel pump in, and I still haven't got it in. It's pretty hard to do with the new O-ring that they send with it. That's a spare one that came with it also. But anyway, I had to try and get what of the old straps off the other gas tank off I could, and I got them stuck on this gas tank on the bottom side as well. New gas tank also came with these new gas tank straps. So I cut the other one that we had all twisted up, which is right here. That's the one that I couldn't get off, and it twisted really bad trying to get it off. But I cut it off right there, right there, and then I put this one on, which I guess that's what that bolt's for, is for the new strap, because it doesn't attach to anything on the back side over there. So I guess since it's dark, we'll try to get this truck off these jack stands. I know you guys can't really see it, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get the truck off the jack stands, get it pushed up in the garage. I'm not real sure what I'm gonna do about that bed. I didn't want to have to set it down on the ground and leave it outside overnight, but that's kind of looking like what it's going to be, which really sucks because tonight is Sunday night and I got to work tomorrow morning, so it'll have to sit outside all day long tomorrow, but that just might be what it is. Anyway, catch you guys in the morning. All right, guys, so it's the next day, and as you can see, I got the gas tank in. I plugged in one of the connectors, and then this new gas tank comes with this new plug-in, and it gives directions on how to splice it into these wires. So that's what I'm about to do. And also I had the rest of my exhaust that I took off another truck. I put it in there last night, and with it put in there the correct way, it hits the airbag. So what I'm going to do is the back bracket that back there, I'm just going to flip it around the other way, because when you swing the exhaust in a little bit farther, it lets it clear the bracket, and hopefully that'll allow us to still line up with that muffler there. But I can figure that out later on. But for now, we're going to get this fuel pump hooked up and then get this airline fixed, because I picked up this teeth for this airline as well. So we'll get that worked out, and we'll also get the taillight wiring hooked up the way it needs to be on the frame. That way when we put the bed on, we just got to run it straight up to the taillights and we'll be good to go. And just like that, we got it all hooked up and tied up. It's all nice and taped up and protected, so everything's good to go. So now we just got to move on to that T-fitting in the airline there. Now what I want to do is I'm going to spin these to the center like this and connect them right there. And I don't know exactly how much goes into the line. We can probably tell by this. So let's see here. It would stick in there about that far. Get that side in. Just hook this into the back. Okay, now we can put the bed back on. Alright guys, so as you can probably tell, I know it's hard to see in the dark. These GoPros don't really work that well in the dark, but I got a little ahead of myself and forgot to record me and my brother-in-law putting the bed back on the truck. The wiring's all hooked up for the taillights. I got my airline here figured out. I just brought it up through this little drain hole in the bed. Figured that'll be just fine. But other than this, we're pretty much at the point where I got to swap out the transmission filter and put some new fluid in it, and then we'll be able to start this truck and hopefully we can drive it down the road, guys. Oh, don't worry, tailgate's right there. I'm fixing to put it back on, but you guys don't really need to see that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for stopping in today. If you enjoyed today's content, smash that like button, leave your thoughts and comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and just like that, catch you guys in the next one.